I'm doing good. I'm gonna be even better when Chief come home. I'm gonna be even better when Chief come home. But other than that, I'm doing good. I'm just, I'm in nature right now. How you doing? What you got going on? Exactly. Chief on the way home. That's the inevitable. That's the inevitable. Do y'all realize that we living in an alternative reality? We're living in a different timeline. Them people lying on Chief put us in a different reality. That shit crazy. We not living in the correct reality right now. That's why everything feel weird. I'm just sitting out here feeling the environment. And that's why Chief teaches that it's not good to lie. That's why it's one of the golden rules, thou shalt not lie. You watched the movie. That wasn't his movie. You feel me? That was what Babylon depicted as a cult leader. You feel me? That's not the real. You feel me? They showing everything that's going on. You wanna know something? One thing about the hood horrors videos that they show Chief being fucking abused by everybody else that was in his life. That's one thing that the hood horrors video showed. It showed Chief everybody else being a fucking issue in his life. Chief was never the issue. Chief was never the issue. But all Hulu and all the documentary is doing is it's free promotion. Understand that God's message must be heard and spread on all four corners of the earth. All four corners of the earth. If you look on YouTube and type in Nature Boy, 2.6 million views on ABC News. This worldwide, this global shit. You feel me? Everybody gonna know about God. I don't know what y'all thought. Everybody gonna know about God. This is the time. This is the time. And we sleep. And as I sit out here in this stillness, and as I sit out here in nature, this is what everybody running from. This is what everybody running from. Chief took people up into the mountains, nigga. And motherfuckers couldn't even get right there. Because they was fucking Babylon. And nobody can fucking sit here and get in tune because everybody distracted with misinformation. Everybody distracted doing the wrong thing. Everybody distracted with the messenger, but nobody getting the point. And everybody focusing on the wrong messengers. This shit crazy. Peace to the guys. Cairo, what up? AJ, what up? DC, what's up? Morpheus. Morpheus. Sky 21, what's good, y'all? But this the inevitable, y'all. We've been asleep, unconscious for too long. Unconscious for too long. Now it's slowly but surely happening. Look at the dream unraveling. Look at the movie. What role are you playing? Do you know your astrological program? Do you know your script within the movie of life? The life or the game of life? This shit is a game. Boots, what up? With that being said, I wanna talk to y'all about quantum physics. This is what nobody else talk about, right? Chief gave us a whole curriculum, 5 sciences. No other black man has given black people a curriculum for them to have knowledge of self and know who they are, and what this is. Because those are pivotal questions for us to be asking so we can have knowledge of self. Where are you located? Where are you? These are pivotal questions. We go into quantum physics and how reality works. How are you perceiving reality? This is what you got to ask yourself. How am I perceiving reality? We don't take the time out to understand how we even receive reality or how reality is even projected to us. We get up and we just think that we moving, we doing life, we going to work, clocking in, going to school, the daily routine on the rat wheel. But what's actually happening? I woke up this AM, I'm like, damn, I'm back here. I'm back here. What am I doing here? What's your question, Vader? I ain't see your question. What's your question, Reflection? I'm looking for it. I don't see your question. Vader, you ain't put no question here, reflection. We go block it because was you saying some bullshit? The universe not gonna let everything through. But my question to you is, how are you receiving reality? How are you experiencing reality? Quantum physics 101. This is what Chief teaches us. It was valid. Well, if it was meant to be, you would put it out there. You would ask again. It's called the holographic universe. And once you understand this video, you will never really look at reality the same. You will start looking at people as computers, like AI programs, right? You know how we got different artificial intelligence, well, almighty intelligence, AI, Gemini, DeepSeek. It's all different AIs that you can utilize. People are AI. We are almighty intelligence, and the AI runs on GPUs, different processing units. Human beings are running on different processing units within the quantum field that we all exist in. So you got to understand your computer. Your whole body is a computer. You got to ask yourself, how am I feeling reality? When I touch the phone, am I touching the phone? When I look at the tree behind me, am I looking at the tree behind me? When I hear somebody else talking, am I hearing somebody else talk? No, and that's the illusion of reality that Chief teaches us about. You're not truly woke until you realize that life is an illusion of your mind. This is not real. This is all an illusion. It's a fabricated reality, the whole fabricated world. The children that you have, the job that you're going to, the family that you have, all of that is fake. It's all a program. Y'all ever seen the Truman Show? The Truman Show show you how his life was like scripted. And his subconscious was on a pattern. It was on a cycle, and he started catching on to the pattern because this shit wasn't real. I don't smoke cigarettes, mama. Okay. That's what this is. And then when you take a deeper look into what it is, right? Damn, why y'all ain't tell me I had something white on my face? Y'all fucked up. So when you look deeper into reality, right? When you look deeper, what are these? What are these? We call these eyes. We believe it's programs. We've been taught from our subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is, which is the quantum field, is programming and suggesting certain things to you. You remember being a child and they said, Simon says, touch your nose. Simon says, touch your eyes. Simon says, touch your head. Touch your back. Some of y'all touch y'all back. Simon ain't say that. But they taught us that these were eyes. Mind you, the computer works just like the human body because the brain is the computer of the human body, like Chief teaches us. It is the processor of you. Your brain is what's giving you and processing your whole reality. Matter of fact, you're not looking at anything outside of you. You're not smelling anything outside of you. You're not tasting anything outside of you. That's the illusion. And that's what we need to come to terms with and understand, because that's actuality. That's objective reality. Your whole body is your brain. You are a walking brain. You're a walking brain. Why do I say that? I say that because during your embryonic development stage, when you was in your mother's womb, the first things to grow are through the ectoderm layer, the germ layer called the ectoderm. This grows the nervous system, the brain, and the skin, which is the first brain of you, because it's the antenna to receive the signals from your reality. So your whole body is your brain. You're a walking nervous system. That's what your body is. It's But deeper than that, this nervous system that you projected and given yourself is a figment of your mind's imagination. I'm sitting right here, right? I can sit right here, and as I look at my hands, it look real. This shit look real. You feel me? This shit look real. Damn, man. I wish y'all can go. This video on my YouTube page. I wish y'all can go watch it on Chief YouTube page, but they just took down his page again. They hating on the knowledge. They got everything else to say about everything else, but nobody's talking about his knowledge. Nobody's talking about his information that helps you clearly see what the fuck reality is, right? But you feel me? Exactly. The skin cover the whole body. It's your brain. So, right? But when you go deeper into that, like Chief teaches, the holographic universe, as I sit here and look at my body, which is a part of my nervous system, my mind gives me the illusion because of how we've been programmed. Your mind gives you the illusion that, okay, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at my hands. Okay, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at my legs and my arms, but I'm looking at the phone. But that's an illusion. The truth of the matter is that you're actually not looking at your body. And this is how amazing we are. And this is what God is doing. We have the same abilities that God can do. God imagined everything's into this dream because life is a dream. We imagine things and project reality into existence through our thoughts, right? So your body is nothing but a figment of your astrological program. Your body is nothing but a figment of your mind's imagination. But remember, your mind's imagination, which is your conscious mind, has been placed in the subconscious. Remember, the conscious mind is only 5%. That is the finite possibility of the all. We are the 5% possibilities of the all. That's what your conscious mind is. The subconscious rule 95%. Everything else. So your astrological program has been programmed to believe you look a certain way, to think that you look a certain way, all type of shit. Your height, your weight, your face, everything that you think about yourself was given to you as a program as a child. Remember, you're a computer. You downloaded that information from the age 0 to 7 and whatever else was going on in your environment. And when you became 7 years old of age or a little more mature, you began to consciously run the program on your own. But you thought it was yours, but it wasn't. It was only beliefs that was given to you by other people. They're not your beliefs. Those are beliefs given to you by other people. Now, when you realize that you are just a mind and that your mind can be programmed or set to a certain frequency of thinking, then you will be careful what you put yourself around, what you put your computer around. Because whatever you feed your computer, your brain, you're going to project out into your reality. Because life is your imagination. Row your boat. Life is your imagination, like Chief teaches, man. So your body is not real. You're experiencing I'm gonna let you up, King. I got you. I got you. Appreciate that, pretty. You're experiencing your body. This whole thing. You're experiencing your body inside of your brain. You feel with your brain. Right, Nova. Those are your preset code. Those your astrological program and the program you was given from age 0 to 7 is the default program for your personality, right? But it's not your actual self. It's not the you that God wanted you to be. It's the you that the world has programmed you to be through misinformation and going against God. That's why we going back to God. That's why we getting back into a nature. But you're feeling everything with your brain. You're seeing reality with your brain. You're tasting reality with your brain. You're smelling reality with your brain. You thought that you were just smelling through your nose, but remember, your skin is the largest organism in your body. You're breathing through your skin. And you need oxygen what? For what? For your brain. You need oxygen for your processor to run so that your imagination can run. So we got to understand reality. We got to understand reality. All is mental. Peace of the gods. All is mental, right? Understand this. Because this what the Christ consciousness is. This what it means to have the Christ consciousness. When you know that, oh, I am everything around me. Nothing can be separate from me because life is nothing but a projection of my mind. That's why Chief say, I love myself. Peace, reflection. Because life is a mirror. It can only show me back me, what I am and what I am not. That's what the Christ consciousness is. I am God. I'm made up by the trillions of cells that look at me as God. And life is fractal. We are all trillions of cells that are inside of the mind of God and can't be separate from God. But we live in reality as if we are separate. Everybody is you. And if you study your natal chart, you will see what versions of you through those people that you are experiencing. Like, for instance, certain planets in astrology represent certain things. Mars represent, let's put it like this, Mercury represents your siblings. So if you study your Mercury and you're around your siblings, you will understand why you're projecting these versions of you into your reality to show you something about yourself. Everything is you.com. Everything is you based. And we forget that. And then we forget that and we play separation, and then we play the victim and point the finger, and we don't take accountability and responsibility for our realities and for what we got going on. And this is what Chief came to teach us as a Christ. Nigga, ain't nobody about to come die for your sins, nigga. No, Christ was crucified and persecuted by his own people because of their sins, because of their ignorance. Nobody was gonna come die for you and take accountability for what the fuck you was doing wrong. That's what people thought. I don't know what people thought. You see the misinformation? Babylon programmed you to think that Jesus was gonna come float out the fucking sky. That Jesus would float out the sky and come save your ass from you committing sin. And committing sin means to go against the commandments of God, to go against nature. So you think that you're not going against nature because I'm just working my job, but your job's agenda is to kill, steal, and destroy from nature, and you're helping that agenda. You're a part of it. You're a demon. You work for the devil. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. Christ came to show niggas, hey, we are all gods. We are all one. We are not separate from each other. We are not separate from each other. But we live in the illusion of separation. Exactly. There's sins that we don't know we commit because we are asleep. Exactly. Exactly. But it's okay. We hold space for the sleep and dream because we know that people are unconscious and people don't know what's going on. You feel me? It's happening right now. It's happening right now. It's happening right now. But like I was saying, nobody was coming to die for your sins. You feel me? Nobody. No. God sent a messenger to come give you truth so that you can apply it to your life. And this was the problem with the disciples and the followers of Christ. You feel me? Many people followed Chief and followed Christ, but the teachings were so hard to apply to their life. Just like many other people in the collective. But you got to understand that this shit is all mental. It's not real. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. And the more we grasp that, the more we understand reality and we understand ourselves. But first, we got to understand that all this shit is mental. And that life is a dream. And that every day you wake up into another dream, a more longer and slowed down dream that you call life or reality. It's more condensed than the dream that you in when you sleep. Why can't it be real even though it's the mind? Because this is the intangible world. Nothing is tangible. Everything is energy. Everything is a thought. It just transforms from one state to the next. Everything is belief systems. That's all this is. Now we enjoy the physical or what we perceive as physical, but none of this is real. What make you think that when you woke up last night that you didn't enter another dream? And that when you go to sleep tonight, you just go into another dream, wake up, come into a dream, go to sleep, dream, wake up, dream. Exactly, a dream of a dream. And we're in somebody else's dream. So we should have respect. We're inside of God's dream, so we should have respect for somebody else's dream. We're in somebody else's dream going against the laws of the dream. Like, what the fuck? How would you feel if people in your dream was going against what you prescribed in your dream? This is what human beings are doing inside of God's dream. This is what we are doing. This is what we are doing. But everybody believe in Christ. Everybody got the Christ consciousness. No, you don't. No, you don't. What are we supposed to be doing? That's a great question. We are supposed to be living in harmony with God's creation. That's what we are supposed to be doing. Everything is God. Human beings, the plants, the animals, the insects, the waters, the trees, everything is God. We are supposed to be living in harmony with each other and loving one another and loving God with all our heart, mind, and soul. You feel me? Which is our mind. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And proclaiming that through our expression. It's that. It's really simple. Life is really simple. We make it complicated with money and separating from each other, but it's not as complicated as we make it. Look at in nature. Animals in packs at all times. They make this shit look simple. They get what they need. They have camaraderie with each other. Human beings are the only people that go against themselves. But that's all we're supposed to do is live in harmony with nature. That's it. The love concept of the Garden of Eden. I don't remember that. But what I do know is that Jesus Christ teaches us that love is understanding. And you can't understand anything unless you know it. And you can't know anything unless you study it. The most honorable prophet, Eligio the Christ. You feel me? We call him threes is Christ. Three is us and we are him. You feel me? He's us. You said you experience it. Well, it is something to be felt, but it comes with knowledge itself. Love has to come with knowledge itself because love is not this fanatical thing that we always think about. Love is actually a mathematical equation. Love is mathematical, right? You can't love me or understand me without knowing how I think, without knowing why I think the way I think. You feel me? We are all mental programs. People think they know they self and have knowledge of self, but they don't. They have yet to study their astrological program, and that's another thing that nobody else teaches us about. That Chief teaches us about. That nobody talks about. Nobody can rebuke, or it's irrefutable. The astrology is inside the Bible. The Bible is based in astrology. It's a science book. It's a science fiction book. But you must know your astrological program. You must know your mind. You must know how your mind is utilizing your thoughts to give you your reality. And if you don't understand your program, then how can you love or understand somebody else? How can you love anything or anybody else if you don't understand or know yourself? That's not love. That's us trying to fill voids. They mad, what up? The rapper, what's up? Adidas versus Nike. Pop low key, what up? Peace to the gods. Don't bother. You know? The Bible is God's word, it's truth. Well, you're aware that the Bible is an allegory, correct? An allegory is a poem or a storybook that you're supposed to get a moral from, or a moral political principle from. It's not to be taken literally. You said I'm science fiction? I am. I am. I am. I am. Because I don't even exist. You looking at me is fiction. That's an illusion in itself. That Bible is an illusion in itself. You got to understand, man. Every book that was written, the Bible, the Quran, the Kabbalah, every motherfucker, the books in the library, they come from the genes or the DNA of a human being. What human being gave you the Bible? What human being gave you the Bible? Your lower self? The less the less intelligent version of you, the version of you that can get in tune with nature and understand and can interpret life less than you. So you can't just take it literally. You gotta actually you gotta go do your research and break it down. And it's like all of life is a code, like Chief teaches. This is the quantum field of infinite possibilities. We live in a computer program, and this is a simulated version of our original program, which is nature. And everything that you see, taste, smell, hear, feel is a code. Everything that you read is a code to enlighten you or show you something about the dream, about the field that you exist in. And it's meant to be decoded. These codes are meant to be decoded. Now, your ability to decode these codes, the term is dependent upon your astrological program and your melanin. The type and quality of melanin you have determines your ability to perceive and interpret reality and to feel reality. Yo, yo,
What's up?
what's up? Peace reflection, what's good?
Nothing. You
What's
just
up?
pulled me up here, huh?
Oh yeah, cause I seen you down there. I ain't even know who you was in there. What's up? You got a question, reflection?
No, a reflection really. It reminded me when you said that you can't love somebody without loving yourself. It reminded me what Maya Angelou said. Be careful when a naked person offers you a shirt
Mm. Mm.
because they ain't got it themselves.
Yeah, I get that, but in another, on a higher perspective, is like your skin is your true clothes. Like, who told you you was naked? Type shit. You feel me?
Right.
So I get Maya Angelou part.
Yeah.
On in the higher self is like, okay, well, my skin is my clothes. Don't give me no shirt. This is my shirt. So I get that, but yeah. But I
And
appreciate.
another reflection when you said that this is a computer simulation. And I believe it in a way because we're making computers and we're trying to recreate what we already know without acknowledging what we know.
That's because we're remembering. We're remembering. We're waking up.
Right.
That's all. That's all. It's like your
Hmm.
computer or your phone has to restore itself. Restoring is remembering. We're remembering and we're waking up in this simulation. And the Gospel of Thomas 28, it say that the people was intoxicated. We intoxicated off of corrupt information, off of viruses, data that corrupts the brain and makes you perceive and process reality the wrong way.
And I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
How is love a math equation? Like, I don't know. I couldn't
Because
wrap my head around that one.
because I brought it to astrology. My chief teaches us that love is understanding, and you can't understand something unless you know it. You can't know anything unless you study it.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to study a human being, I would be studying not only the physical anatomy of them, but most importantly, I would be studying the psychology of that person, their mind, because their mind is what's giving them their body, their mannerisms, everything that they are. Their mind is what's giving them their whole reality. So I want to study this person's mind, right? We think about the solar system. Have you ever heard of as above, so below?
Yes,
Okay,
kind of. I
that's a
think.
that's a hermetic principle. That's the second hermetic principle. It's called the law of correspondence, which means that which is taking place above in the cosmos is taking place below biologically. So
Mm-hmm.
we as human beings are solar systems. In astrology, you have a sun sign, a moon, a Mercury, a Mars, a Venus. All of these planets are nothing but planes of existence within your mind, dimensions of your mind, different dimensions of your mind. And they tell you about how the mechanics of your mind works. That's it. And that's a mathematical equation. It's aligned with the stars. It's life is binary code, zeros and ones. That's what all this is. This is all a computer program, right? A computer program runs off of what? Binary code, zeros and ones.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all different sequences and codes within the reality that give you different things. But yeah, I say that love is a mathematical equation because it's an astrological equation. The universe runs off of mathematics, zeros and ones. The planetary alignments, latitude, longitude, none of that, all of that is just numbers.
Yeah, I could see that. I could wrap my mind around that.
You feel me? But that's not to say that we, as human beings, we don't feel things and our emotions. But we got to understand our emotions. Our emotions come from our thoughts. So your ability to love somebody determines it is dependent upon how you think. And a lot of us don't know how to think the right way. A lot of us don't think properly because we've been programmed with the wrong way.
We can't understand.
Like for instance, that Maya Angelou quote. She said, "Don't trust a person that give you a shirt when they naked." That's a cool quote. But then again, is well, do Maya Angelou not understand that her skin is her clothes? So it's
Well, she was
perspective.
saying, yeah, like it was her perspective of love. Like if somebody don't love themselves, how
Mhm.
can they love another?
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I get that. I get that wholeheartedly. I get that wholeheartedly. But yeah, I just brought you up real quick because I see you down there for a little minute. I wanted to bring you up so you can ask your questions and you can tap in with us.
Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Do you know about our knowledge?
No. Which knowledge?
Oh, so you never heard of my chief? You never heard of Nature Boy?
No, this is my first time listening to
Oh,
you.
word. Okay, that's good. That's good. So you pure. That's good. Well, I believe that my chief, the Eligio Bishop, is the modern day who everybody think is Jesus Christ. He's the modern day Messiah for African American people, for all of humanity, and he gives us knowledge itself. He has a curriculum. He teaches us five sciences: astrology, biology, quantum physics, melanin, and grounding. These five sciences literally teach you how you are God, what life is, what this is, where you are, and how to understand all this, as well as decoding Bible scriptures for showing us how to live in harmony with nature through example. Through example, because that's what Christ comes back to do. He comes back to show the Hebrew Israelites, who are today the African American people, how to live in harmony with nature. But that's
Mm-hmm.
interesting. And you believe in
Yeah,
Jesus? You believe in Jesus?
I believe Jesus was a prophet. I don't believe he's my Lord and Savior.
Okay, okay, okay. Um,
I believe there's many prophets, and I believe that their words are true.
do you understand
And
the
I
story of
believe
Christ?
the stories in the Bible. I understand it to where I believe he was born from a virgin, and that there's miracles and everything. But I don't believe that that story was to save us from our sins. I believe that story was to teach us
Mm,
of what sins are and how sins don't only affect bad people, good people sin, and that we're not perfect.
I would beg to differ on that part. I believe that we are perfect because God has given us all everything that we need to become perfect. Now we're not flawless and we have things to work on, but indeed I believe that we are perfect. But
Do you believe in the hereafter? Like, where do you believe we go or what happens?
the hereafter is right here. You in the hereafter right now. Everything that you can possibly think of happening is happening right now. Yesterday, tomorrow was all happening right now. Life is a dream, and your tomorrow will be dependent upon what you did today. You'll wake up tomorrow in a reality based on what you did today. That's all. That's what I think about the hereafter or death. It's nothing but one. It's nothing but transitioning from one consciousness to the next. Every day you go to sleep, you leave this body. When you wake up, you give yourself a whole. When you go into a dream, you give yourself a whole new body. You're in a whole nother reality doing something completely different. This is what life is. Life is a dream. So there's no here, no hereafter. It's just the now. And when you do decide to transition, like death is synonymous to sleeping, right? The cousin of death. So when you go to
Mm-hmm.
sleep, you will look at that as your death or your transitioning phase, right? At the end of your day, right? When you go to sleep, you calculate everything that you did up in the day. You dissect your day. You critique yourself. What did I do? Did I serve humanity today? Did I share truth today? Did I eat well today? Did I focus on myself today? Did I make somebody feel good today? You assess yourself before you go into sleep. That's you judging yourself before you
Mm-hmm.
go into your next reality. And that's what I believe death is, or the
Yeah.
hereafter is right here. You feel me? What you do
I
here,
believe it.
mhm,
Uh-huh.
go
I
ahead.
believe I like the concept of the transition because I do believe it's a transition to where your spiritual level of where you are now is still going to be transitioned in the hereafter, meaning some people are more spiritual and that spirituality is kind of like royalty. And I believe that does transition. And I do believe that sleep is the cousin of death. And that's kind of why before you go to sleep, that reflection that you have, you should pray about it and offer that reflection time with your God or with God.
Right, right. And that's why just to add to that, that's why it's always important to do the right thing. Somebody asks, what are we supposed to be doing here? Your job as a cell, because your body is made out of trillions of cells. All human beings are everything is made from the same DNA, right? Your
Hmm.
job as a cell is to live in harmony with the host. Nature is our host. It's what's sustaining our life. Our life. Our job is to do that. You feel me? Oh shit. Our job is just to do just that. I lost my train of thought, y'all. But no, my fault. I lost my train of thought. What you were
That's
just saying for
fine.
the future?
You said what?
I said what you were just saying last.
Oh, I was saying how death is kind of like transition. Like I would agree that death is transitioning, and that you should offer that time, that reflection before you go to sleep
Oh yeah,
to
that's what I was
God,
saying.
because,
And that's what I was saying. And that's why it's important for you to do the right thing.
like you said, you know what I. Oh,
To do the right
yeah,
thing.
and that's why what I liked about you saying that we live in God's dream. How would you feel if you in somebody's dream and you're not even respecting their wishes?
Exactly. It's like a cell in your body, a heart cell deciding not to pump blood today in your body. It's like, what the fuck? You live in my body. What are you doing?
Right,
And this is what we are doing.
right.
This is
You're
what we're
going
doing.
against yourself.
Exactly. And that's what a cancer cell is. A cancer cell is an entity that lives against itself, that lives out of harmony with itself. And this is what human beings have become essentially because we are cells, and the misinformation or viruses that we've gotten from Babylon makes us cancer. Because now we doing shit that go against nature. Nothing else in nature go to work to survive. Nothing else in nature go to work for food, shelter, and money. Like think about this. Like we think that we so woke, but we in slavery. We talk about, you said the here and after. Well, we
Mhm.
used to be in slavery, right? That was the past, right? No, it's all happening right now. We're still in slavery. When they tell us about the physical slave stories, what was people going to work in slavery for? What were they working for? They was working for
Labor.
food. They was laboring for food,
Yeah.
water, and shelter. Today, people go get what? Money to get what? Food, water, and shelter. They're doing the same shit, the same thing.
What do you think about like our ancestors? Like how do you think our ancestors relate to us? Do you think we're living kind of the same lives of our ancestors or
I believe that we are our ancestors. You feel me?
Mhm.
We are cells that came out of another cell. Like you're a cell that came out of your mother. Your mother's a cell that came out of your grandparents, and so forth and so on. We all carry the same genetic makeup of each other. We are our ancestors, and we channel certain versions or different versions of ourselves through doing certain things. But our ancestors, what our indigenous ancestors would think of us, they would think that we living out of harmony. You feel me? We are indigenous
right?
beings. We were supposed to be living in harmony with the land. We supposed to be outside sitting on the grass, grounding, wearing our natural clothes, living in harmony with each other and with the planet. But we are our ancestors. You feel me? Or you can channel, say you got a uncle or a great grandfather or great grandmother that you want to channel or connect to. Well, maybe your great grandfather liked drinking whiskey. Okay, he might have liked listening to Prince and drinking whiskey at the same time. Okay, you sit there and you take a shot of whiskey and listen to some Prince, and you can channel that version of yourself. You feel me? Peace, Mia.
Mhm.
But yeah, we are our ancestors. We are our ancestors. That spirit is actually coming back. Like Chief, who I believe to be the modern day Christ, he has the original spirit of the indigenous black man. You feel me? The chosen, God's chosen people, us that's waking up right now, we are the ancestors remembering and reawakening in these vessels.
Mhm.
We're sacred spiritual beings. Like we're ancient beings. They call us
Yeah.
aliens. They call us aliens.
Mm.
You said, what about food? If we were living in harmony with the trees, do we eat plants only? Let me tell you something about food, because this is what God has also taught me. What is food? And this is a question for you too, Pretty. What is food?
Food helps us live. Food is living. Food is energy.
Okay, okay. If we live in a computer simulation in a quantum computer, what would you be feeding a computer? What would you feed a brain or a mind?
Oxygen,
Information.
energy,
Information.
information.
Food is information. And I don't know if you was in here earlier, but I was expressing earlier that you feel, taste, smell, hear, see everything in reality with your brain. So
Mhm. I
when
was
it
here for that.
when it comes to food, food is information. It's the electrical signals that you're receiving from your environment through your five senses. No matter what it be, it can be liquid, water, Gatorade, a fucking apple juice, a banana, whatever it is. Another person. When it comes to food, you know, for me, I eat as holistic as possible, as close to nature as possible. You feel me? I had days where I indulge, but the mind is the most strongest thing. Remember, what the mind is doing, the body will be doing. So if your mind is strong, if you got the right mindset, like okay, I'm gonna eat this, but I'm also gonna not eat too much. I'm not gonna abuse it. I'm also gonna go walk. I'm also gonna go outside in nature. You see, it's just how you think. And I would tell you this, man, eat as holistic as possible, but don't be too caught up on food, because some of the GMO food that you eat right now, you actually can't eat it, because what happens is your body is so intelligent that it'll make antibodies against those organisms to make you stronger to resist the environment in those structures that you put in your body. So it just depends on how strong your mind is, honestly. But the most important part about food is people, man. People are your greatest source of information in your environment. So you want to make sure that you're in the right environment and that you consuming the right people first and foremost. You feel me? Because somebody can send you a text message and ruin your whole day after you consume that text message. You feel me? So
Mm-hmm.
Chief calls it peopletarianism. Everybody talk about being a vegan and you feel me, a breatharian or fruitarian, but we're peopletarians. We like to deal and consume the energy of people or information that's healthy for us. You feel me? People that's an asset to our realities. You feel me? People are your most important food and your most important part of your diet. So that's what I think about food. Make sure you in the right environment. You're around some green, some you feel me, open space. You're around healthy people that's intelligent, that can articulate themselves, that's artistic, that love being outside of nature. That's good food. Like this conversation that we having, this good food. Everybody else on here talking about some bullshit.
This is great food. But brother Facts, I gotta go.
Absolutely, absolutely, reflection. I appreciate you for coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and follow you too for you coming up, man.
Okay, follow me.
I got you. You said you looking to find your forever spiritual godly. But
Hello.
hello, hello. What's up?
Oh, what's happening, baby?
What's happening, baby?
Yeah.
Peace. How you
Um,
doing?
Peace and love and blessings to y'all and to all. Um, I like my post said, I am looking for that. I'm looking for something spiritual that I can find. You understand? I'm about to be 50
Oh yeah.
and I have yet to I don't know, it's like it's something that I'm missing. It's a connection that I'm missing that I feel like everybody else has. You know. Why and it's like I don't know what to do to fix that gap.
Mm,
um I just don't know what to do to fix that gap. So my frame is okay. I need to get to my people. I need to get to something else besides of what I'm taught. I was raised Islamically.
mm-hmm.
Okay, and so I
Salam
have
alaikum.
wa alaikum assalam. And so, um, it's like I feel I don't know. It's hard for me to explain because part of me I love Islam.
Mm-hmm.
I love it to the fullest.
Yeah.
You understand? But at the other when oh my god, it's so many other things that are to me unexplainable. And
Like what? Because everything can be explained.
um okay. So for instance, the way I was raised is you have to cover or you have to wear a veil or you're not Muslim,
Mm-hmm.
right? As I got older, I kind of understood that, but it's still in the back of my head though. If I don't cover to the fullest, if I don't wear a veil, that I'm not Muslim and I won't be accepted. If I don't wear a veil, and if I go to the masjid or whatever, I'm still not accepted. So I just want to be. Uh, I don't know. I just want to find somewhere where I can come, where I feel like I belong, basically, because I feel like I don't truly belong in Islam because I have so many maybe oppositions or whatever to them. But at the same time, I don't feel like I belong to anybody else either because I'm a homebody. I stay to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all of that.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm fucked up.
No, I'm not fucked up.
Basically, I'm a fucked up
I'm
individual,
not fucked
and
up.
I'm
I'm
looking
healing.
for.
I'm healing. I'm healing. I'm healing. I'm not fucked up. I'm restoring. I'm remembering. I love myself. We gotta speak life into ourselves. We gotta joke. Your body don't know if you joking or not. Your mind don't know if you joking or not. It's just receive what you say. It's just calculating what you say. You gotta be careful what you say. You made everybody else say that reflection. But as far as Islam go, um, I don't deal with religions. I don't deal with religions. My chief has gave me a curriculum to value and base my belief system off of. My religion is nature, science. Science is the study and observation of nature. Nature is the control and creating force of everything. So I believe in nature. I believe in living in harmony with nature. You feel me? Living in harmony with animals, with human beings, doing unto my brother and my sister as I do unto myself. You feel me? I know that I'm living in a dream, and this is God's dream. Like even in Islam, Islam teaches that God created the world through what? The word. He said, "Be there it is." Kun fayakun. We live inside the
Yes, yo, woo.
we live in, we
Yeah,
live
Allah.
we
Okay.
live we live inside the mind of God. Even in Islam, in Christianity, it say, "Let there be light." Words formulate
Yeah,
from thoughts. To think means to
yeah,
imagine, to conjure up an image in the mind. So we got to just understand that we live inside of God's mind and all is mental. And what I would tell you is to, in the Bible, it says, seek ye the kingdom first, and everything else should be added unto you. You feel me? I like that verse because the kingdom is a domain or a mentality, right? That's what a kingdom is. It's a mental state of mind. We talk about the kingdom of heaven, or heaven is a spiritual state of communion with God. God is nature. So to be in the kingdom of heaven means to have a mind state where you're in constant communion with nature, when you're in constant harmony with nature, right? So the kingdom of God lies within you. You say you don't feel like you're a part of anything. You got a trillion cells that make up your body. You not
how do I
alone.
get there? Like, I don't know, like, how to, water that plant, basically, to get there. Like, I don't know. My mama put me out when I was 15. You hear me? I was a
Yeah,
virgin.
yeah,
And so I had to learn everything, every single little thing. You know what I'm talking about? Socially, economically, all of that on my
mhm,
own. So now I'm at a place, I feel like I'm in a place where, okay, everything else I have done has not worked out for me.
mhm.
So how and what do I do to find that connection with God, with Allah, with nature, with with my fellow human beings, you know, with everything, because I feel like that's within me. Sometimes I wake up feeling like the world on my shoulders, like I'm supposed to change everything and make everything feel okay and feel good for not for me at all, but
Mhm,
for everybody else.
mhm. Well,
You
first,
know,
well, first you got to take care of you. If you don't take care of big
I
number
don't know
one,
how to do
then you
that.
can't.
I
Huh?
don't know how to do that.
Well, that's where it start. That's where it start. I was saying earlier,
I,
you can't love nobody else until you love yourself first.
I don't know how to do that though. I don't know how to. I mean, I know how to take care of myself physically, You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how to take care of myself spiritually. I'm by myself.
When
So
you
I don't
say
know how to take care of myself spiritually. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to turn to for me to feel comfortable. I live right down the street from the mosque. Right down the street from the mosque. I don't feel comfortable going there. Why? Because I'm probably going to be the only black person there. Arabs and they don't, and black people, black Muslims, they still look at us differently. Like we're not the same. And so I
yeah,
feel that armor when I go to the masjid.
it's because religions still living in separation. Religions today are still a part of the antichrist. Islam, Christianity, no disrespect to anybody, but these religions still teach you that you're separate from God. No, you are
If
God.
you don't do
You are a
something,
part of God.
yeah.
They don't teach you that you God. They teach you that you're separate. How could you be separate from God? How could a thought inside of God's mind.
Islam. Oh, wait. Let me, cause I'm responding to Thursday. And for some odd reason,
Hold
it
on.
just
Let me respond. Let me respond to Ancient Energy real quick. Ancient Energy said we just
okay.
gotta stop living outside ourselves. Outside where? There is no external reality. We're inside the mind. We're inside outside the mind. We're not outside of anything. We're living inside of our mind. We have never experienced what we believe to be outside. Never. That's an illusion. Ideas, belief is not knowing who you are. And that's what it boiled down to. We've been given belief systems that Christianity, Islam, you feel me? There are good things to
Yeah.
take out of
Yeah.
those. There are good things to
Yeah.
take out of those doctrines, but everything is
Yeah.
not to be taken literally and lived upon. Live your life off of. Feel me?
You know, it's some things, and I don't mean to cut you off. In my opinion, it is something to be taken literally. In my opinion, Judaism, Christianity, and even Islam is a way of life. Okay, Islam is a way of life. So when Thursday said Islam is racist, no, Islam is not racist. It's a lot of people that follow or that practice Islam that are racist. Thursday, okay, Arabs, yes, they are racist to blacks, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are Muslim
Let me
or
ask
that
you.
they are, believe in the Islamic faith.
Let me ask you this
So I'm gonna
question.
correct you there, brother.
Let me ask you
I'm
this
gonna correct
question.
you. I am, yeah.
How could there be racism or such thing as racism when all human beings are different shades of brown?
I mean, I know it comes from Allah, from God. You know, without him, it would not be anything.
Racism is another belief
Yeah,
system that.
racism of the white people
Hold on,
intuition
hold on.
or
Racism is just
racism is a white people thing.
another doctrine that keeps us living in separation. Oh, I'm black, you're white, you're Asian. No, motherfucker, we all human beings. Simple.
And that's true.
There's no
However,
separation.
when it boils down to racism itself, when it boy that is neither here nor there. As a as us being humans and blah 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 blah. To be racist, but see, that's a whole different subject, and that's not what I was on at this moment. You know, I'm trying to find my I'm trying to find spirituality.
This
Put it
this
that way.
when you when you
I'm
say
trying
you
to.
trying to find spirituality, this is what I'm hearing because spirituality is nothing but the study of the mind. That's what spirituality is. Spirituality is the study of the mind. It's psychology, like Chief teaches us. So, what I want to tell you, if you say I don't know how to study or love myself, well, it start with you sitting down and isolating yourself and you taking that time to get into you. And what I would lead you to, as I have been led to, in order for you to truly have knowledge of self, you must know how you think. You must know why you feel the way you feel. You must know why you act the way you act and the way you love the way you love. And astrology is going to help you. Okay, peace, Queen. I appreciate you for coming up.
Thank you. Look, I'm just not realizing, like, oh,
Astrology is going to help you understand how you think and how your mind is using your thoughts to give you reality in every which way. But you must study your astrology. Do you know what time you was born?
it was 11 something.
So look,
At night.
you need to know the exact time, right? You can go online and it's many websites that you can go on and type up and calculate a free natal chart or free birth report. I'll give you one. Astro-seek.com. I was just on there the other
Oh,
day.
baby, look, I'm forgetful. You gonna have to type that.
I
You
got you.
gonna have to type
I'm gonna
that one,
type it in. I'm
Denise.
gonna type it in there for you. Cause
Okay,
this helped
okay.
me a lot on my journey when it come to dealing with how I think, negative or positive. Negative or positive. Because you know how people talk about angels and demons? Your angels and your
Yeah.
demons are your thoughts, and they take shape and form through your actions. and through other people that show you and trigger certain things in you. Your angels and your demons, an angel will be a positive way of thinking and perceiving reality. A demon would be a negative.
But okay, and I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off, but exactly what does astrology have to do with my spirituality and my connection to God, my connection to the earth? I mean, I understand, and I don't like European astrology. I prefer Chinese astrology over
I love.
anything. But to me, in the back of my mind, that's, in Islam, I was, we can't think about things like that.
I and
So
let me say
I
this. Let
was
me say
raised
this.
in Islam, so you have to understand my ideology and my thought process when it comes to certain things
Yeah, yeah. I
like
feel you. I feel you.
astrology.
I feel you. And look, y'all. This what the knowledge do. This what the knowledge that Chief gave us do. It break people's paradigms. It start breaking their belief systems. Look, I said that,
Yes,
and astrology correlates to God and you learning your spirituality. Because first off, I'm gonna tell you, if you break down and we're talking objectively, I'm giving you the facts behind it. You can go look it up.
yes,
The word
yes,
spirituality,
yes.
when you add ality at the end of anything, it's the study of, right? Spirit means breath. Breath gives you consciousness, right? If you lose your breath, you lose consciousness, right? So your
Yeah,
spirit is the breath that gives you consciousness. Your consciousness is your mind, your thoughts. The first hermetic principle of the universe is all is mental. We live inside of God's dream, and God imagined or thought all of us into existence. We are all God's thoughts. Astrology is important because this is how God wants to experience you through your certain thoughts, right? I was born at 8 o'clock a.m., August 5th, 1995, in Cleveland, Ohio. That's my program. That's how God wants to experience creation through me. You were born at 11 something on whatever day and in whatever
on
location.
August 26th.
So you a Virgo. So you was born on that day at that time in that location, and this is how God wants to experience you. So if you want to get closer to God, remember the kingdom of God lies within you,
Yeah.
within your mind. So you
But
must
how do
study.
I open the doors to for that kingdom, or to how do I open the doors?
It's already open.
Because right now I
It's
feel
already
like I'm
open.
outside the gate.
It's already open. You just gotta listen because you want to know why. You're talking to one of God's or Christ's disciples right now. You're already looking for the information. Seek and you shall find. You're getting the information. This is information that you said was shunned upon you. Nobody know. Don't you can't think like that. This is the information that you need to start loving yourself and understanding your spirituality. Now, how you do your spirituality, how you carry your energies and express yourself is different from everybody else. You may not want to sit outside at a park. You may want to sit in a jungle with some incense around you, with a coconut, with a straw in there. That's how you express your energies. But you feel me? Astrology is going to show you how God want to express Himself through you, and how you get close to that is through isolation. And that's what we all running from. We all don't want to be alone. We all want to hop into relationships. We all want to go join this and join that and be a part of this and be a part of that. But all of that shit is bullshit. It's not leading you to nature. It's leading you to the system. Go work, go get a job, join this program, participate in this, sign up for this. It ain't leading you back to no truth.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is what God came back. And this is what Chief come back to teach us. Astrology, biology. Black people fucked up because we got bad health. We don't know how to eat right. We don't know how to live right. We don't know how to use the bathroom the correct way. We don't know how to brush our teeth the correct way. We don't know how to sit the right way.
Mm.
We need to relearn everything. In order to enter the kingdom of God, you have to become like a child because a child is pure. A child is untainted. A child has a pure and free imagination. You gotta let your mind go. All of everything that has happened to you, all the experiences that you have accumulated throughout your time, those are like Chief teaches. Those are ingredients that make you who you are today.
Yeah.
Embrace it.
And that's why, and I just said that to my therapist the other day. Like, There's a reason that I am the way I am today.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not necessary. I try my best to be, I'm a good person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I try my best to be a good person, not to everybody, despite what they've done to me. But it's like,
Let me tell you this.
but
Let me tell you this. Nobody can do anything to you, and that's what Babylon want us to think. They gave us the concept of Jesus and Allah, somebody coming to help us and die for our sins, so we don't take accountability. Nobody can do anything to you that you don't allow to happen to yourself.
but
So,
see, I'm naive to the fact that I don't know. That's like how socially, and I don't know. And so that's why I am searching for, I guess, some sort of teacher. I don't know. Both of my daddies, I ain't never had a good relationship.
yeah,
And so I've never had a male or a good female mentor, to, I mean, I've just always had things thrown up, this is what you're supposed to do.
yeah, yeah.
This is what
Well,
you're supposed to follow. This is how you're supposed to act. If you don't act this way, then you're not going to heaven. Or
yeah.
just and just I don't know. It's for me. I feel weird about it. I feel very very weird, very very weird. You know, I try to approach this subject with other people, like people that I'm talk to, like my friends or whatever, and it's like they don't understand
Mhm.
me. Like they don't understand. Like I don't know.
That's because you waking up, you chosen, and you going through a transition right now where you're changing belief systems and you really want truth. And like I said, I believe that the Eligio Bishop, Nature Boy, is the modern day Christ. I would subscribe to his teachings, astrology, which was studying your natal
Despite the
chart.
things that
Hold on,
he's
hold on.
done.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Biology, quantum physics, melanin, and I would isolate myself from people,
Ooh,
places.
baby, baby, you're breaking up, baby. You're breaking up, baby.
Can you hear me?
You breaking up, baby. Okay, now I can hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So,
and now I can hear you. Yeah.
so isolate yourself from people, places, and things that are not serving where you trying to go or what you want to believe in, and only focus on what you want to focus on. I would deeply dive into my natal chart. Peace, divine DNA. I would dive deeply into my natal chart. I would study
What is
biology.
a natal chart?
That's astrology. That's just another way of saying astrology.
Oh,
And I would
oh.
study quantum physics. I would study melanin. I would study grounding.
But
And
that takes a while. I
it
am
does.
50.
But
Like
let me
I don't have that much time
but let
to,
me but let me say this. But let me say this.
I feel
Let me
like
say
God,
this. You say
look,
you say
look,
it
look,
took
look,
a
look.
while.
This is how I feel. I feel like God has given me the time to get there, or whatever the case is, and I done passed that time. So I don't have that much more time to be finding shit. And
I
then I'm
feel you.
stupid as fuck. Like, oh my
No, no,
God.
no, 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 no. I'm intelligent. I'm intelligent.
No, I'm saying I'm dumb.
No, I'm not.
I'm
I'm
stupid. I'm dumb
amazing,
as
and
fuck.
I'm beautifully intelligent. Look, Mia, this what I want you to understand, ma. We are not separate from each other. I am you, and you are me. So when you say stuff like that, I receive it first party. Watch this. What do you hear when I say I see a tree? What did you hear?
That you can see a tree.
No, your conscious mind
That
heard that you heard I can see a tree, but you really heard I see a tree. What I'm saying to
yeah.
you is what I'm
I
saying to
do
you,
see a tree.
what I'm saying to you is
Like I
that
literally see a
no,
tree.
listen, listen, listen. What I'm saying to you is that we receive words in first party. My mind can distinguish whether or not you are saying what you are saying or whether I'm saying it. Same thing for the people in the chat. So when you said I'm stupid, I'm dumb as fuck, you made all of us say that in our mind subconsciously.
Really?
Yes, because that's how life works. We are not separate. We breathe the same air.
Well, why do I
We
feel
all we,
separate?
we all hear the
Why do
same
I
thing.
feel like? Why do I feel separate from?
Because it's how you perceive reality. We've been programmed to believe that we are separate through racism, through height, size, gender, financial status, job status, what type of house you got, what type of car you got, what type of eyes you got. That's why you feel separate. Because we've been chasing something, we've been chasing shit external of us. We've been chasing everything else but truth. Now it's time to sit still and go within. Chief teaches that, and this is the truth. Life is a dream because this is God's dream. Life is nothing but imagination. The only way out of your reality, the only way out of the 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 feeling that you're feeling in your mind is to go within. That's the only way out. You can't run, you can't go smoke it off, you can't go fuck it off, you can't go eat it off, you can't go drive it off, work it out off, none of that. You must go within and reprogram your belief systems.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with this. You hear me? I never knew about Nature Boy until I seen the documentary, right? And so I feel some type of way because of the way he treated the his women,
Let me
his
let me ask,
wives,
let me
just
ask you a question.
females
Let
in
me ask you a
general.
question. Let me ask you a question, mama. How does that help you get closer to God and loving yourself like you were just talking about? Because you just flipped the whole script and to focus on somebody else's life. Yet
Well,
you have
because you mentioned him and yeah,
hold on. Yet you have issues psychologically going on in your life. And this is the
yeah,
problem. Hold on. And this is what I want to point out,
yes,
y'all. This is the
yes.
problem with our people. We all want to play the victim and we all want to look at what somebody else is doing, not fucking knowing that whole time, damn, what the fuck am I doing? And my response to the situation says everything about how who I am. If you believe that that man did something wrong and you didn't agree with something, well, why don't you be a loving person and try to help this man? But we all want to
I
point
mean,
out and
I
hold on,
do
hold on,
believe.
hold on, hold
I
on, hold on,
don't
hold on, hold
believe
on.
that he
We all
deserved
we all
life.
want to point out and
Now,
criticize
whatever he
what we
did,
think.
I don't believe he deserved life. No.
Hold on. We all want to point
Hmm.
out and criticize and what we don't
Yeah.
like and agree with. That's cool. But what about the truth? What about all this fucking knowledge that I was just teaching you that you don't want to talk about now? You want to focus on the Hulu shit. What about the
I understand.
astrology, the biology, the quantum physics, the melanin and grounded that I was just trying to teach you to help you? And this is what
I,
this will light me up, y'all. This will put a fire in me because we don't give a fuck about truth. This is why I don't be want to get up here and talk because niggas don't give a fuck about no truth. We give a fuck about drama.
I see what you're saying.
We care about
Yeah,
drama. I'm up here giving you knowledge that God gave me, that Chief gave me, and you want to worry about the Hulu. I'm not mad at you,
I,
man, but this is just my passion for my people because we focused on bullshit when our people is behind the walls for something they didn't do. And
I understand.
we sitting out here worrying about what no. COINTEL Pro. Who turned off our lights? We live in the mind of our oppressor. We live in a system where any black man who stands up and speaks truth will be targeted because he's a threat to the system. I don't give a fuck what I
Yeah,
think somebody else did. No, nobody deserved to be in no fucking room for 2 years straight. Though nobody deserved to get life for nothing. Though nobody deserved to be in jail. That's not rehabilitation. Rehabilitation is fixing somebody's fucking mind.
you're right. You're right.
And you can't heal in uncomfortable environments. So when we gonna talk
You're right.
about helping each other versus what we don't like? Okay, we all fucked up.
Yeah.
We all did some shit that we did. We all fucked up. Judge not that you should be judged by the measures that you use to judge that person.
Yes.
I don't agree with
Okay.
this. Well, I don't agree with what the fuck you doing. I don't agree
Okay.
with how you think. What if somebody came up to you and said, I don't agree with how you think? You will be like, whoa, hold on, what I do? You're not gonna sit understand me. You just gonna jump straight to the narrative that you. And this is what we do as black people because we don't live in truth. Like I said earlier, we live in a lie and we live in an alternative reality because the dreamer has been isolated and lied upon. You feel me? So we don't live in the correct reality, but we waking up to what's going on, and that's the inevitable truth, man. But I'm about to hop off of here because it's getting late. But like I wanted to tell
Yeah.
you, I suggest the five sciences to everybody. The Eligio Bishop is the modern day Christ. Life is a dream. We're waking up. We're slowly but surely waking up. When you go to sleep and you wake up in a dream, what happens?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Wake up, y'all. But I love myself, man. I appreciate talking to you, mama. Go find
I
out.
appreciate
Go
you talking to
go
me.
go find out what time you was born. It's gonna be on your birth certificate. Go get that.
Okay.
And go on Astro Dash Seek or hit me up in my messages if you need it again. I'm available. I will give it back. I will send you the message and send you the information and go study your mind and fall in love with yourself. And what I'm telling you is a two-edged sword. This shit cut both ways. I
Thank
have to apply the same thing to myself. I'm no different. I go through my shit daily.
you.
But one thing that do help me is getting up on these lives and just talking and just getting thoughts out my mind and talking to other people. You feel me? But that's what it is, man. I appreciate you again, Queen. Thank you, mama.
Thank you. I appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely. I love
You have a
myself.
good one.
You too.
I love you too, baby.
Yeah. She said, I love you too, baby. I love you too, baby. You feel me? But that's smooth though, y'all. That's smooth though, y'all. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. I love myself, man. You know, 3 is free. You feel me? The evil one arms too short to box with God, man. You feel me? So I'm gonna get with y'all, man. New, Miss Moody. New, everybody. We don't say good night. We say new. Because when we go to sleep, we go back into the darkness, the primordial field of infinite possibilities, the noon or the new. You feel me? But that's what it is.
Pew pew.